You are here for a reason. You did not stumble upon this message by accident. If you are watching this, it means you are part of something far greater than you've ever imagined. You are one of the chosen ones. God Himself has placed a unique calling on your life, and He has been guiding you to this very moment. Every struggle, every victory, every tear, and every triumph you've experienced has brought you closer to this realization. You are meant for greatness. But I know the journey hasn't been easy. There have been moments when you've questioned everything: your faith, your purpose, and even your own worth. Yet here you are, still standing, still fighting. And that is because God never abandons His chosen. He has been walking with you, even in your darkest moments, shaping you, preparing you, refining you. Just as Jesus called His disciples from the shores of Galilee, you too have been called. Called to rise, called to break free from the limitations of this world and step into the abundance that is your birthright. The Bible tells us in Matthew 22:14, "For many are called, but few are chosen." You are not just called, you are chosen. You've been chosen for a life that others cannot fathom. A life of purpose, impact, and yes, abundance. From this moment on, you are stepping into a season of overflowing blessings. The millions are not just financial. They are blessings in every area of your life. Your relationships, your health, your spiritual journey, and yes, even your finances will all be touched by the hand of God. Now let's embark on this journey together, a journey that will reveal not only who you truly are, but also the incredible power that lies within you, placed there by the Creator Himself. 1. Recognizing your divine identity. You've probably felt different your entire life, like you didn't quite fit in with the world around you. That's because you were never meant to. God set you apart from the beginning. You are His masterpiece, uniquely crafted and designed to fulfill a divine purpose. The world may have tried to tell you otherwise. Maybe you've been made to feel small or insignificant, but I'm here to tell you that those voices are wrong. You are more powerful than you know. And that power comes not from anything the world can give, but from the one who created the universe. The Bible tells us in Ephesians 2:10, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." You were designed for greatness long before you ever set foot on this earth. Jesus Himself walked the earth as a reminder of the power that resides in each of us. He said in John 14:12, "Very truly I tell you, whoever believes in me will do the works I have been doing, and they will do even greater things than these." Imagine that. The same power that allowed Jesus to heal the sick, raise the dead, and walk on water lives inside of you. You are destined for greatness because you carry within you the Spirit of the Almighty. But here's the catch. To access this power, you must first recognize who you are. You must embrace your identity as a chosen one, a child of the Most High. No longer can you afford to play small. No longer can you live in doubt, fear, or hesitation. It's time to step boldly into the truth of who you are and what you've been called to do. God has placed something inside of you that the world needs, and now is the time to release it. Whether it's through your gifts, talents, or simply the light that shines within you, you have been chosen to make an impact on this world. So rise up and claim your divine identity. The world is waiting for you. 2. Overcoming the trials that shape you. Being chosen doesn't mean the journey will be easy. In fact, it's often the opposite. The road of the chosen one is filled with trials, challenges, and obstacles that seem insurmountable. But here's the truth. Every trial you face is designed to shape you, not break you. Think of the story of Jesus in the wilderness. Before he began his ministry, he was led into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil for 40 days and nights. It was a period of intense testing, but it was also a period of preparation. Jesus emerged from the wilderness stronger, more focused, and ready to fulfill his purpose. Your trials are your wilderness. They are the moments when you feel tested, when you feel like giving up, when you wonder if you're on the right path. But just as Jesus emerged victorious, so will you. God is using these challenges to refine you, to build your character, and to prepare you for the blessings that are to come. James 1:2-4 reminds us, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." The trials you face are not there to defeat you. They are there to elevate you. With each obstacle, you grow stronger. With each challenge, you develop greater faith. With each setback, you are being prepared for a monumental comeback. Don't despise the wilderness season. Embrace it. Trust that God is with you in the midst of it all, and know that He is preparing you for the millions of blessings that are about to be poured out upon your life. 3. Faith that moves mountains. As a chosen one, your faith is your most powerful weapon. It is the key that unlocks the doors to the impossible. Jesus said in Matthew 17:20, "Truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you." Your faith has the power to move mountains. But here's the thing. Faith isn't just about believing when things are going well. It's about trusting when everything around you is falling apart. It's about holding on to God's promises, even when you can't see the evidence of them in your life. Faith is knowing that God is working, even in the silence. Faith is trusting that His timing is perfect, even when it feels like the breakthrough is delayed. Faith is believing that the millions you've been praying for are already on their way, even when your bank account says otherwise. In Mark 5, we read the story of the woman with the issue of blood. She had been suffering for 12 long years, but when she heard that Jesus was passing by, she knew that her healing was near. She pressed through the crowd, touched the hem of His garment, and was instantly healed. Jesus turned to her and said, "Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace and be freed from your suffering." That's the power of faith. It moves you to action. It pushes you to press through the obstacles and reach out for your miracle. It's not passive, it's active, it's relentless, and it's the kind of faith that God responds to. So, no matter what you're facing today, hold on to your faith. Speak to the mountains in your life and tell them to move. And watch as God honors your faith by opening doors, making ways, and pouring out blessings that you can't even contain. 4. Jesus, the ultimate example of purpose. As chosen ones, we are called to follow the example of Jesus Christ. His life is the perfect demonstration of purpose, sacrifice, and love. From the moment He began His ministry, Jesus was laser-focused on fulfilling the mission that God had given Him. He knew that His life had a greater purpose, and He pursued it with unwavering determination. One of the most powerful moments in Jesus' life was when He prayed in the Garden of Gethsemane, just before His crucifixion. He knew the suffering that awaited Him, and in His humanity, He asked God, "Father, "If you are willing, take this cup from me, yet not my will, but yours be done." Luke 22:42. Even in the face of unimaginable pain, Jesus surrendered to God's will. This is the kind of surrender that we are called to as chosen ones. We may not always understand the path that God has us on, but we can trust that His plan is perfect. Jesus didn't go to the cross because He had to. He went because He chose to. He chose to fulfill His purpose, knowing that it would lead to the salvation of millions. Your purpose may not require the same sacrifice, but it will require your full commitment. You've been chosen for something great, and now is the time to pursue it with everything you have. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Look to Jesus as your example and let His life inspire you to live fully and fearlessly in your calling. Remember, God doesn't make mistakes. He has chosen you for a reason. And just as Jesus fulfilled His mission, you too will fulfill yours. 5. The Millionaire Mindset. Abundance is your birthright. God is a God of abundance. He does not operate in lack, and He did not create you to live in scarcity. From the beginning, God's plan for humanity was one of abundance. He placed Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, a place overflowing with every good thing they could ever need. Jesus reaffirmed this truth in John 10:10, when He said, "I have come that they may have life and have it to the full." God's desire is for you to live a life of abundance, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and yes, financially. The millions you seek are not just a far-off dream. They are a part of your divine inheritance. But here's the thing. Abundance starts in the mind. You must believe that you are worthy of the blessings God has for you. You must believe that you are deserving of His favor, His provision, and His abundance. It's not about greed. It's about stepping into the fullness of what God has already promised you. The Bible tells us in Deuteronomy 8:18, "But remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth and so confirms His covenant." God has given you the ability to create wealth, to manifest abundance, and to live in financial freedom. But it starts with your mindset. If you believe that you are destined for lack, that is what you will attract. But if you believe that God has called you to a life of abundance, you will begin to see His provision in ways you never thought possible. The millions you've been praying for are already on their way. But first, you must shift your mindset. You must align your thoughts, your actions, and your faith with the truth of God's promises. When you do, the floodgates of heaven will open and blessings will pour into your life like never before. 6. The power of gratitude. Unlocking God's favor. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. It has the ability to shift your perspective, elevate your mood, and unlock the favor of God in your life. When you practice gratitude, you align yourself with the frequency of abundance, making it easier for God to bless you. In Luke 17, we read the story of the 10 lepers who were healed by Jesus. After they were cleansed, only one of them returned to give thanks. Jesus asked, "Were not all 10 cleansed? Where are the other 9? Has no one returned to give praise to God except this foreigner?" Luke 17:17-18. The one who returned to give thanks received an extra blessing. "Rise and go. Your faith has made you well." Luke 17:19. Gratitude is more than just a polite gesture. It is an act of faith. It is a declaration that you believe God is good, even in the midst of your challenges. It is a way of saying, "God, I trust you, and I thank you for what you've already done and for what you are about to do. When you live in a state of gratitude, you open yourself up to more blessings. You create an atmosphere of expectation where miracles can happen. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have, and in doing so, it attracts even more abundance into your life. So, start today. Take a moment to thank God for everything He has done in your life. Thank Him for the challenges, for the lessons, for the growth. Thank Him for the millions that are on their way. And watch as your gratitude unlocks the floodgates of heaven. The journey ahead, embracing your breakthrough. As you move forward on this journey as a chosen one, remember that you are walking a path that has been divinely orchestrated. Every step you take is leading you closer to your breakthrough. The millions you seek are not just financial, they are blessings in every area of your life. God has chosen you for such a time as this. He has prepared you, refined you, and now He is ready to pour out His blessings upon you. The journey ahead will not be without challenges, but you are equipped with everything you need to succeed. You are a child of the Most High, filled with His power, His grace, and His favor. The world may try to tell you that you are not enough, but God says otherwise. He says you are chosen. He says you are blessed. He says you are destined for greatness. So step boldly into the future. Embrace the millions that are on their way. And remember, you are not walking this journey alone. God is with you every step of the way, guiding you, protecting you, and leading you toward your breakthrough. If this message has inspired you, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Join our community of like-minded chosen ones, and together we will walk this path of abundance and purpose. Let's support each other, uplift each other, and step into the fullness of what God has prepared for us. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. The millions are already on their way.